Hey guys, I'm Valentine from B105 and I'm here in my kitchen and I'm going to show you some food hacks that I use all the time. And a couple of things we're going to do is we're going to make egg white waffles and make some sandwiches out of them. We're also going to make a couple dips out of Greek yogurt so you can dip your veggies into them, also put them on a baked potato. Also going to show you how to make Oat Bran protein powder cake, which is delicious, and an oatmeal egg white pancake that I make for breakfast every single morning. So I'm gonna get started by kind of showing you over here at the waffle maker. I've already sprayed it down with some Pam, and then I got it going, and literally all you do is just dump in some egg whites. I use the kind in the carton, or you can just get egg whites from eggs, imagine that. And what I do is just pour it in there enough where it's not gonna run all over the place, which is a little bit of a science. And then I just kind of let it cook a little bit. And then once it's mostly cooked, I'll put on some seasoning, and then we'll close it up, and I'll actually kind of make a sandwich. So there's that. So I'm gonna also get started making my egg white pancake, and I'm also just gonna give the pan a little spray down and let that heat up. And then over here, so there's a couple different things you can do with the Greek yogurt. They even make the ranch dip with that. I also have some seasonings too, if I can find it. If you want a little bit more of a healthier option, Flavor Guide makes a ranch. But basically, yeah, just use your Greek yogurt. And I'm not measuring anything out right now because ain't nobody got time for measuring. You know, put in some of your ranch seasoning as much as you want. And if you're like looking out for sodium and stuff like that, you might want to keep an eye on that. So, I mean, that already exists, but one of my ideas too is to use also the chili, like you would get to make a chili with, and do the same sort of thing. And I'll show you how that works. So just put some of the chili seasoning in there. And then, like, you can, if you're not sensitive to carbs or anything like that, you can use like your pita or whatever to drip in there, or kind of like use it as a topping. It's almost like a sour cream and the chili, like if you would have together. But I think it's also really good, like right here. You just take the chili Greek yogurt, boom, and you put that on a baked potato. Super delicious. It has like that chili sort of cheesy because of the Greek yogurt. And of course, like this with the ranch, you got your veggies that you can eat in there. So it's super simple, of like kind of keeps you away from using like just regular ranch dressing because it has a ton of fat in it. And also get all your protein with the Greek yogurt. So I think those are some fun little life hacks there, and you can find all sorts of stuff to dip those in. So there's that going on, and with the egg white pancake, actually, I'm gonna put my seasonings on there. Now you can put anything on there. I personally really like everything with the bagel. This one's closed. I should have checked that. Whatever, we'll pop it open. Whatevs. So, and I think it makes it taste good, and it just looks pretty. So I'll put that on there and let that form up a little bit more before I close it. And then over here, and I'm not going to be measuring anything, which normally I do, but you'll get the idea. Use some oats, so how much oatmeal you think you would normally eat. And then put in some egg whites. And then you want to give it a stir. And seriously, all you do is, if you want to come over here, is dump it in the pan to make and it'll make like this will make a giant pancake. So, and I'll show you that. Then you can top with anything you want, so you kind of have that pancakey flavor while you're still getting like the whole oats, instead of just, buying a boxed pancake sort of mix. So this I'm going to pop down and let that cook. And then, so for the Oat Bran protein powder, so I'm using this as a 1/3 cup of Oat Bran, and I'll use 1 cup of water. Now sometimes this likes to explode in the microwave depending on your bowl size, so just a heads up on that one, that it might blow up in the microwave, and won't that be a fun video? So just mix the Oat Bran and water together, pop it in the microwave for a couple minutes. So I'm going to put it in for 2 minutes. Then a waffle is probably about ready to come out of here. See, like, it's super quick. And, egg whites have a ton of protein. We have another second there. So a ton of protein. I mean, it's just the egg whites. These, whatever, when you buy the carton, tend to be a little bit pricier, but it's better than like scooping out the egg whites of a whole carton of eggs. And like, I'm making 2 different things with just egg whites right here. It's super high protein of the waffle and the pancake. Both you can make sweet or savory. So I feel like this is done. It is a little bit of a science to pop it out there. I didn't really fill in the holes, which you can't. You should. I probably should have, but whatever. So I'm gonna pop this out. I'm gonna put it on here to cool off for a sec. So it pops out real easy. Let it cool off. Now, if you want to make this a sweeter thing, you don't have to put everything with the bagel on there, but you can use like cinnamon and then put like almond butter or peanut butter in there. And it's nice and kind of funky like egg whites with that, but it actually tastes really super good. So I'm gonna let that cool off a sec. This probably needs to be flipped. Again, normally when you make all this stuff, you don't have to make them all at once, obviously. But, so this is the only really tricky part for me, is to get this flipped over. Ready? Oh yeah. And that only takes a sec. So, grab the plate. Because this warms up really quick. And then, this is what I eat every single morning. It's just an egg white pancake. I put PB2, which is the powdered peanut butter and water on it, but you can use peanut butter, almond butter, you can put anything that you want on top of it. And you could even mix in some of the protein powder to make it like a flavored pancake. And then look, this is literally done. And you can make them ahead of time. Like this one I'm gonna pop in a Ziploc bag and eat it for breakfast tomorrow. So it's just a high protein, complex carb pancake that you can top however you want. Put some fresh fruit on it, whatever you're feeling. It looks like this did not explode, hooray. So now we got a little bit runny in here. This is just the Oat Bran and water. So now I'm just gonna you can take a scoop of your protein powder of choice. This is the Rocky Road from and I also really love the graham cracker. It's really super good. So I'm just gonna put a scoop of protein powder in there. Use your protein powder of choice. So again, if you're looking for like a breakfast that has carbs and protein, this is obviously really good. And again, it basically is just going to turn into the consistency of chocolate cake is what it's going to be like when it's done. I mean, if you want it just like this, you could do it just like this as well. It's whatever you're feeling. It's your life. You can do whatever you want. So I'm just going to get this all stirred up. And this too, you can top with anything you want. This would also be really good topped with peanut butter and then kind of turn it into like a Reese's cup sort of thing. Or if you want to put more chocolate on there. So I'm just going to put this in for 2 more minutes. I know a lot of people like the Walden Farms, which is like 0 calories, 0 sugars, all this stuff. If you want to do a topping, like one of those for that. So I'm going to set that right there. Now the egg white waffle, while we're waiting for that to cook, that should be cooled off enough. Now this is, you can stuff this with literally anything you want. But what I'm going to do is I got some turkey bacon. You don't have to use the extra bacon or whatever if you don't want. But I usually like to just do the veggies. But this will give you like the full breakfast feel. So then I'll put on some spinach. Put on some avocado, which is my personal favorite. I could just eat avocado. I could eat this entire avocado and all of its brothers and sisters. So that, and then for me, on this one, because I am kind of making it sandwich-like, what I do with it. I like the horseradish mustard. Just personal preference. You can do whatever the heck you want. A little bit of mustard. And then here, check it out. Bam! You have an egg white sandwich. So then use a knife and fork, pick it up with your hands, whatever you feel like doing. And this, I mean, you could make it breakfast style, you could make it for lunch, you could wrap this up in some foil or saran wrap and stuff it, you know, take it to work with you. I think they're super yummy, they're super filling. Again, you're getting the high protein with the eggs. This is like super low carb. So if you're doing the super low carb thing, or you're doing keto or Atkins or any of that stuff, that's a great option. And then let's go ahead and take this out of here. This kind of turns into, or it kind of looks like a chocolate cake. So it kind of just gives you a different texture than just eating oatmeal and drinking a protein shake with it. It's like adding kind of like your oatmeal to Oat Bran, which gives it that more cakey texture, and then the protein, and then it's just like you're eating a chocolate cake for breakfast. And you can top it with whatever you want, put peanut butter on there, use any flavor protein powder you want, use a vanilla, put some fruit on it. So let me try to get all of these bad boys together here. So we got, to wrap up, got the egg white and oatmeal pancake. This has the baked potato that has the chili and Greek yogurt in it. Let me throw this away. You got the cake, the Oat Bran cake, and you have an egg white waffle. And I completely made all of those right in front of you. I made 4 different things: breakfast, lunch, snacks, side for dinner. So they're super easy. Waffle makers are awesome. And thank you so much for watching.